I think what we're witnessing from the Buccaneers, they lose the way they've been nosediving. I mean, they look like they're approaching an abyss. The Baltimore Ravens have been in tight competition throughout the season. There's several games they could have won. How many times? 2 or 3 times they've had double-digit leads already in the games that they've lost. This is a team that's battling, but somehow they make mistakes here and there, and it might cost them. In the case of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they are threatening to disintegrate before our very eyes and send Tom Brady unceremoniously into retirement because for the first time, we are watching Tom Brady and we're literally looking at him and going like this. It's time, bro. We appreciate the 7 championships. We appreciate the 2 decades of unprecedented greatness. You are revered. You're a first ballot Hall of Famer unanimously. I might add, you're just something special. But we're looking at Tom Brady and we're literally saying, it's time. We never said that before. We speculated about it because of what was going on in New England, but we never looked at him, looked at the velocity on his throws, looked at, just working through his regressions, look at how he seemed to get rattled, looked at his temperament, all of these different things. And we just say, something's different. Something ain't right. Now, obviously, he's going through some things. And it's just the latest nugget of evidence of the power that y'all possess. And I'll just leave it at that, okay? The fact that y'all got. All I'm going to sit up there and tell you, this is what happened to Adam, okay? It's what happened to Adam. Since
we
the
took
beginning
it
of time,
all the way to the book of Genesis.
Go to the
Lord
book of Genesis, okay? This is the power. This is the power of the women. I mean, we all know. If we didn't know there was any truth or we didn't speculate or whatever, I'm not getting into
it.
How do you think the women feel?
Allow me this.
Excuse me.
It is not a complaint. See, that's the problem with y'all. That's the problem with y'all.
That's the problem with y'all.
This is what I'm saying.
Yes.
It is a compliment.
I like how they disagree about the power that women have, but they know they can cancel him at any moment for what he just said. Talk about privilege.
It is not a complaint. I'm acknowledging that is the impact that y'all have. So in other words, all these things, I mean, the man takes out one team after another, win one Super Bowl championship after another. The second speculation comes about in regards to him, he looked like it's time for him to retire. You see that? You see this? And it's not a fault, because I love me some Gisele. It's not anybody's fault. It's none of my business. I'm just saying he don't look like himself. He looked like a brother that's on the verge of needing to be home and in the booth on Sunday afternoons. We have never said that about Tom Brady before. We're saying that now. You cannot afford to lose this game this weekend. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens can. The Buccaneers cannot.
That's absolutely wrong.
When you come in expecting to be offended, then you're gonna be offended. He didn't even finish his point yet, and they were already lecturing him. It's pretty obvious that Gisele has had an effect on Tom Brady. He came into the season not looking like himself. He's had marriage problems because he said he was going to retire, but came back out of nowhere. Stephen A. isn't blaming the woman or saying women are toxic. He's just pointing out that Tom Brady doesn't look like himself. She's not the only reason, but she's had an impact on Tom Brady's performance. Stephen A. was complimenting women by saying they have influence over their man, and right away, Molly got upset. How much you want to bet if Stephen A. said that women have no influence over men, they would have been just as offended. But they weren't mad at what he said. That was a good thing. They were mad that he made a generalization about women.
That's the problem with y'all.
This is what I'm saying.
Something they call mansplaining. Women are allowed to generalize men, but the moment men do it to women, it's a problem. And that explains why they were offended before he even finished his point, because it didn't matter what he said. He already was making a generalization, so they had to be offended. If Stephen A. was a woman, they wouldn't have been offended. They probably would have agreed with him. But right away, they go, think of how the women feel.
That's the problem with y'all.
That's the problem with y'all.
This is what I'm saying.
Stephen A.'s opinion is only seen as offensive because of the messenger. We have to stop doing that. Stephen A. has a mother, sisters, he's been with women, he knows the power that women have over men, and he's allowed to make that point. Just because he's a man doesn't mean he can't have an opinion on something about women. I'm going to ask again, and let me know in the comments. Do you think if Stephen A. were a woman and made that point about Gisele and Tom Brady, that they would have been offended? Or do you think they would have had a normal reaction? and leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe for more content just like this. And I will see you in the next upload.
That's the problem with y'all.
That's
It
the
is
problem
not a
with y'all.
complaint. This is what I'm saying.